Welcome to Shooting Your Story. I'm Jim Graebner, although my friends call me Grub with two B's. That's my cup of coffee, black, no sugar. And that's an aerial view of some smartphones, the device you're going to be required to use in this course. If you don't have a smartphone, look around. Maybe someone you know will let you use theirs. Or if they won't, maybe someone you don't know, someone walking by. Just tell them you want to borrow it for an hour every week for the next 12 weeks. Consider this class an experiment. I'm going to ask you every week to stop texting long enough to visualize your story by using the camera in your smartphone as if you were a cinematographer. Basically, we're going to shoot a short film. And in the process, we'll learn certain compositional fundamentals that will help us frame our shots while we gain an understanding of the technical aspects that a film crew brings to a production. Don't worry about polishing a final product for a grand premiere. Rather, we want the freedom to explore the variety of choices that different camera shots might offer in different contexts using different methods, without the anxiety of coming up with the perfect solution that a professional like Ridley Scott or Martin Scorsese might suffer at the peak of their powers. I want you to experience the giddiness of imaginative guesswork, the wacky, untethered freedom that comes when you allow yourself to explore your creativity without the authoritative constraints of worrying about whether you've broken some time-honored ironclad rule. Every week, with each exercise that I'll give you, I'll direct your attention to certain cinematic rules, either by referring to graphic examples or various diagrams, along with selected photos. I'll help you discover some filmmaking conventions that will make your shot selection easier. The challenge of movie making has a colorful history behind it. And after 100 plus years, the compendium of useful insights has been cataloged. However, the only true way to understand the store of practical filmmaking knowledge with any success is by trial and error. In other words, you'll never know the correct way to shoot a movie if you haven't experienced the chagrin of making a mistake, or two, or three, or four. They'll make your average YouTube viewer wince. There is no better instructor than your own willingness to admit you failed and can do better. So now you'll be asking yourself whether I want you to shoot something worth watching. And of course I do. We all love a rapt audience. But that begs the question that's bedeviled filmmakers for more than 100 years, i.e., how do I know that what I'm shooting will in the end work? Because whether we admit it or not, if we want to be filmmakers, that's the dream. However, the fact is, no matter how expensive the production, how stunning the stars, how vaunted the script, how much pre-publicity we've bought, no one has ever foreseen whether a movie will work or not. Heaven's Gate was directed by an Academy Award-winning director, and it lost over $114 million. Cutthroat Island lost $145 million. The Alamo, $144 million. Well, you might ask, with Pluto Nash losing $142 million, one marvels that it ever got past the script readers. With The Conqueror, one marvels that they even thought they could write a script. But with The 13th Warrior, it lost $135 million, which makes the $80 million the Postman lost almost look like a bargain. And the final numbers on The Lone Ranger aren't in yet, but it doesn't look good. The bottom line is that you can't predict whether what you've shot will connect with an audience or simply stupefy them. There's just no way of telling in the movie business what will become a classic and what will be abandoned, soon to be forgotten. So what I'm saying is, don't worry about the deliverable at the end of this course. Instead, think of how much fun you're going to have selecting your shots, flipping out over a different scene every week. And even though you'll learn how difficult it is, you'll discover what lengths people will go to help you out, just so you can get your clip. So fasten your seatbelts and let's take a leap into the unknown and see if we can capture it on camera.